Yeah, let's talk about what we saw from the team. Starting with Gen.G, last week they were playing against OWCS and they seemed to just play whatever they were comfortable with, whatever they felt. It was a little vibey. Top Dragon was on Pharah. Sauna on Tracer always a good time. They even dropped the Moira into the mix with Canale. So yeah, that was a 3-0 and it did not look close.
Not really. I feel like Gen.G, after the small hiccup versus Virtus Pro, have been completely flawless for the rest of the stage. This is a team that is definitely considered to be like top 2, top 3 in the region. And I think now that they're also able to play Mag on the Wrecking Ball, they look so good. That's a confident Gen.G. And I think just the Wrecking Ball into something like the Hazard was pretty mismatched. So it works out in their favor pretty well now that Hazard is kind of out of there. Mazard, if you will. Mag Hazard. Doesn't have to be played.
Like yes, I'm here for it. Right, on the other side, of course, Vision Esports. Jack, impressions, thoughts?
I think they've been really fun. They've been definitely one of the more entertaining teams to watch. When they sub 1 in 2, it's like, okay, great. We're getting Simple on the Zen. Absolutely dominates on maps like Havana. It's been a really cool team to actually keep your eye on. I think Taejong and Slowdive have big pop-off potential. Just their team as a whole, in comparison to the rest of the EMEA region, just isn't at the same like power level and like consistency level either. I think AOY and the whole supportive backline is exceptionally good. It's just there's a lot more experience, I'd say, on teams like VP and like the Ultimates and stuff that they've just not been able to really breach that upper echelon. However, there's still a big chance to knock teams out. If they do come up with a win here, like Twisted Minds then still needs to look like, hey, we could still be in relegation, even though it does look quite unlikely that they'll take this series.
Yeah, but like, again, Vision Esports, you both already mentioned it, they were clutch. They got so close to winning maps. They got so close to winning series even. So the explosiveness from this team cannot be denied. I'm very interested to see what they have in store for us going up against Gen.G. There's only one way of finding out, and that's starting the game. Don't worry, we're not holding it hostage. We're actually waiting for the players. But first, let's talk about the map set here and the hero bans as well. Guys, take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zoe. Yeah, let's get into this one. Gen.G picking Lijiang Tower, banning D.Va, and then Pharah ban for Vision. Like you were saying, Rose, look, hey, Gen.G, they don't mind playing top dragon on pretty much anything. The guy's a flex god. And the Pharah did look really good last week, especially against these weird comps. It's kind of almost disappointing to see Vision Esports match up against Gen.G right this very second, because I kind of want to see them next week and in the perks, because I think they're a team that could really surprise people and come out with something a little bit wacky that might just, oh, okay, this perk's really OP and this character's really good and now it combos with this character really well. Like that, I think there is a lot of potential for this squad.
Oh, it's just the backline that I look at. I think that's where we're going to see so many of those big perk pickups. When you look at just the flexibility between like Canale and Crispy, just having so many different heroes at their disposal. And you've got this impressive trio for the support backline of Team Vision that can bring anything out. So like, that's where I agree with you. I think they would be the ones to really find the OP perks and show us those OP backlines.
Yeah, 89% to 11% there. Gen.G favored by the audience, at least for right now. Although, to be fair, I'm kind of thinking about saying it. If they win here, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. If they do win, though, they face Twisted Minds next week as well. I'm like, okay, they face Twisted Minds, and then they're kind of battling out for like this relegation spot, and then the perks come in like, whatever, man. Like anything can kind of happen, but actually getting over this first hurdle is going to be the hardest. We'll have to see how they end up tanking this one. Taking away the Pharah, it's kind of nice. I like the D.Va ban as well from IMO, another pretty impressive tank player that has been good on the D.Va. And last week, it was a little tougher to play the D.Va against the Symmetra. So Lijiang Tower, a map that people want to play really super fast on. Very good ban, I think, here from Gen.G.
I agree. You could also see the Sigma come out from IMO, so at least you are slowing down the pace a little bit. But hey, everybody, I know we're waiting to get into the game, but that's good for you because it gives you more time to earn your drops. So make sure that your accounts are connected. We've got some great drops for you. We still have a couple more weekends left for you to be able to get that 12 hours. And then, of course, make sure you've linked your Faceit account as well for more exclusive drops.
Yep, all good. All little free things go a long way at the end of the day. rock those next week as well. Rock the new cosmetics. I know a lot of stuff coming in next season. So yeah, you want to look your darndest. You want to look good going into the new season. Plus with the rank reset as well. Like, come on, you've been playing a lot of rank to get back to where you believe you were, but you're probably still hard stuck. We'll go into the next series in just a moment. Of course, to round out the day too, that Peps versus Ultimates game is going to be pretty damn exciting, especially for the Ultimates. Maybe we even see Soon come back in for Peps. I'm hoping so. I got my fingers crossed for him. And for everybody. So nice. Everybody wants to see Soon. Come on, man. Where are you? Where have you been? Come on. Play some Tracer for us. Play some Widow, please. Please don't go to Havana and then we'll get banned Widow again.
It would be a little sad.
That was a tough game. That was against Vision actually as well, wasn't it? Yeah, the Havana game. All right, let's jump in though. Yeah, it was against Twisted Mind, sorry. Let's go to Lijiang Tower. Who's really surprised? Absolutely nobody. One of the best control maps in the game, if you have to ask me. Farah Ban on the time of Vision and Diva for Gen.G. We'll see what the meta's been cooking for both sides. I don't think it's going to be Hog, but I could very well see a Mag Wrecking Ball again, though. It's been kind of a staple of Gen.G over the last 2 weeks.
It has, and it's looked really good as well, just being able to play some of these faster-paced compositions. We've seen Gen.G go very all-in with Top Dragon, really focusing on Farah. This Venture has also looked incredible. And so imagine being able to pair like the fast teleporter with the Venture being able to burrow, to go ahead and take these dives with Mag. That's where Gen.G has been finding a lot of power in this roster and their success. Just gonna be that symmetric teleporter out of the spawn before Sana joins the dive back up with that Tracer. And look at slow dive already.
What a nade as well. Kanale connects to the nade and then Mag's already there. Good follow-up. Sure, the Lucio doesn't die. Oh, Mag's still trying to go for him. The Lucio might be dead here. There's not really an easy way to get back onto the surface. Yeah, there you go. There's like a small lip just before that pool, like as a Lucio, I don't think you can actually get back. You can like circle around the whole thing, but good stuff from Max so far.
Low too, like it's actually, or it's like it's higher than you think it is. So as soon as you go over that edge, you're also just off the map. You've died. Go back to spawn.
Moment.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean 50% towards mines as well. He's just gonna play as a fly on this veranda.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, look. Easy kill on Crispy though, IMO. And the rest of his Esports just taking the lull in action and making good use of it. Kanale too just caught out very quick. Okay, good luck. Okay, eventually hit the Lucio. Max still alive. Looks like they did manage to kill the Sojourn. So Max is going to be able to keep this point active for a little while. But yeah, kind of Mag there playing a little bit slower, and Vision East was like, okay, if you're not going to like go in and slam us, that's fine. We have a Lucio. We can dive the backline. He's going to be a little bit more squishy than a Kiriko. That Ana very susceptible to the dives.
And the Venture though, or sorry, the Hazard as well here coming through from IMO has been such a big thing for them. This is where Mag struggled in that Hazard meta, being able to play the Wrecking Ball into some of these faster comps like this Hazard. So Hazard getting rushed in by the Lucio, or even just having Taejong there. Look at how Mag is struggling.
Yeah, good Suzu on the side of Simple. Oh, Mega Health Pack stolen away. Oh, Taejong's in trouble. That's an easy kill for Sauna. However, they do trade with Top Dragon. Kanale also falls. A rush on the bridge. That nano is flung out as well by Kanale. Looks like Mag's trying to get some environmentals right now, but unsuccessful in his endeavor.
Getting ready to let those mines loose though, but Vision Esports still have control at this point. So look at the downpour, maybe even being able to lock Mag in place. Sauna's trying to get a little crazy in the backline for this pulse bomb, but it's slow dive to
Kanale was dead again
first.
Two slow dive, yeah, slow dive. Managed to snipe out Kanale before he can even TP, and the Top Dragon gets booped off the map as he was ulting. All right, this is the Vision Esports we're expecting, being able to punch up. Pulse bomb connection onto IMO. Sauna falls, however, so still a scrappy fight for Gen.G to try and finish out, but the health bars are dwindling on their side as Taejong manages to deal with Mag. A sound barrier on 2 for Gen.G. An ill-advised one. A return 1 for Vision Esports. They try and close this round out.
It's looking like they could do it as well. I mean, IMO still has control of this downpour, and Taejong's gonna get another pulse bomb. Oh, but wow.
Oh,
Gen.G actually
good
ate up the score.
AOI off the map. 97% and building. They're going to get 99 and OT. But wow, scrappy fight from Vision Esports, but they don't mind getting down and dirty, like getting mud wrestling, you know? Like Gen.G just weren't able to make it, take control of their chaos. Kaneo got picked off twice in a row there by Slowdive.
Really big picks for Vision Esports to open up those fights with, because you just remove so much utility. But the fact that Gen.G are also sitting on nothing, and that pick on a Slowdive is massive just to keep control.
Okay, problem dealt with. Slowdive down. Wow, they're even committing more to this fight. Imo lays down a downpour, kills Top Dragon, but you have to survive it. That was wasted, to say the very least there from Imo. If you connect with more, maybe you get a double kill. I think that's worth, but only getting the singular kill onto Top Dragon is not worth.
I would have loved to see Imo save that, just to be able to use that alongside the Kitsune Rush, the Pulse Bomb, like try to overwhelm with that ultimate presence. But now Gen.G actually has a chance to clap back here. They have a Kitsune Rush if they're all coming up pretty soon here, and Sana with another Pulse Bomb as well as his mines. This is pretty even right now in the ultimate economy.
Super early. Mines on the point. There's the late rush. Vision Esports used theirs to get over the bridge. Pulse Bomb in hands. Good stick from Sauna as well. Stuck Slowdive's pinky toe there, I think. But a kill is a kill. And a round is a round as well. Gen.G. Okay, they managed to kind of control the chaos that Vision Esports were putting them in. And they claim the round. A nice team kill. 99-99 as Gen.G take it over to 100.
That was so close. I actually thought that Vision Esports could have won that round as well if they were able to actually use their ultimates before Gen.G comes in and mag bowls somebody in that mini room. This round looks different, but makes me really excited to see what's going to happen for the rest of the series, because I think just looking on paper at both of these teams' win-loss records, you kind of go, all right, well, Gen.G, it's Gen.G. They're going to be able to get the dub here, but Vision Esports are really putting a lot of heart and soul into this one, and they still get another round to show us like what they've got. I almost want Imo to stick to the Hazard, because I feel like that Hazard versus the Wrecking Ball has been so good for Vision Esports.
Oh, they're going to go with Torv Cassidy instead. Trying to deal with Mag. Mag doing his rollout across the side of the map. Standard Wrecking Ball. Problem is there's only one Mag grenade, at least for now. Perk's coming out soon next week for Slowdive. So picking the correct target here is going to be rather tough. You want to be able to stop Top Dragon from getting in and now using that burrow, but you also want to halt Mag's kind of offensive play on the Wrecking Ball. Good rock though, and that's going to be a kill. Taejong clapping back. Vision Esports now on the point. Good kill from Kaneo though, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, at this point, Vision Esports, they do get a chance to actually take control of this point first, and that's where the Sigma is going to be the most effective. Just being able to play from this defensive side, but Kaneo actually getting another pick here opens things up pretty big for Gen.G with this dive coming back in.
Maxing for a move.
Oh, careful.
Not quite yet. Imo knew that one was coming. Little Susie there cleanses the anti. Slowdive with a kill initially, but isolated now in the mid. Oh, it doesn't matter apparently. Slowdive one-man wrecking crew just 2v1s in mid, and that forces a reset from Gen.G. This might be Mag switching too, because Mag's ability to stay in these fights is, it's next to zero, but actually no, it looks like he's just going to go on outside again.
I mean, Mag is still the most comfortable on the Wrecking Ball from just what we've seen from this Gen.G roster. I feel like it would be very big panic signs if Mag actually does switch to something else, because his hero pool is most comfortably Wrecking Ball and Winston. And right now, I'm not seeing any Winston here. And Mag is still coming up with picks.
Oh, Slowdive needs help. This rush is definitely going to help, aiding that healing. Rush in the middle of the point as well. Kaneo takes a kunai to the chest. Is simple, just still spamming down range, trying to pick up a headshot so someone else can finish them off. These G-Stars haven't lost the point either. Rose, they got mines, they got nano. That'd be Gen.G right now. They got sound barriers soon, but they're extending this fight for as long as humanly possible.
Oh, wants to get a high nuke, but that's enough damage.
Good follow up on Crispy. Crispy down, mines on the point, absolutely useless as there's no follow-up as Vision Esports. They've got the tools to deal with Mag, as Mag honestly has been a bit of a non-factor in this round.
I'm laughing because Slowdive got stuck in the corner. I was just like full clipping into Mag's body, like making himself such an easy target, and you're right. Like Mag can go in there and body block and soak up damage all he wants, but it's gonna come down to these ultimates having to make the difference.
Oh, that Suzu's good. Oh, what a boop. What a boop. Crispy laying down that sound barrier to match Vision Esports. It's a 4-on-3. Flux trying to connect, looking for the honor in the backline. Kanale, it connects with him. Surely there's a kill coming through in Vision Esports' future. It is Kanale down, and Imo still on the points. No CDs left available as the blade does get pulled. Slashing through that shields is pretty damn easy for Sauna. And there's the flip eventually. Again, the chaos comes in, and Gen.G grappling with Vision Esports, who have been honestly a nuisance to play against by the looks of it this round. Just so many ways to stop Mag and Top Dragon and Sauna from doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, Sauna even just gets taken out by the Torb there. Actually got chased down by AOI as well, and the Mag comes in and boops the Lucio away. But Vision Esports aren't going to give up. Like, they've got the hazard pick now here for Imo. They're going to be going in really fast with this Taejong Venture on top of the rush. This is not over for Vision Esports. Sauna actually comes back on the Soldier of all things.
Yeah, very rare pick. There's the rush from Simple. Slowdive not able to get in that one at all, was actually trapped in the mid. However, Vision still capped. So this is Gen.G now trying to get this cap back, because right now Vision Esports just, again, extending this game. Crispy falls, Simple as well. Top Dragon cannot be in this fight whatsoever because he's too busy capping. Eventually the flip is here, and Vision Esports are still getting kills. Sauna goes down to Taejong as now they try and corral them into this mega health pack room, as Top Dragon are unable to secure another one as Slowdive comes back, sits in mid, and like a turret just swings around and gets some kills.
Wow, this DPS duo has been so impressive. Just such great pincers coming through Taejong and Slowdive. Mag, though, with these mines, it comes down to this.
Cap. Oh, they still got the cap.
He can't stand there by himself.
Surely someone touches. Yep, it's going to be Crispy. A nice attempted boot there onto Slowdive, but still had the roll. Slowdive is just clicking heads right now. I mean, he might die, but the damage is already done. In fact, he's not going to die. The healing ends up coming in from Simple and AOY. Even a sound barrier for Vision Esports. They're going to let it loose, and they're going to take us to a round 3 against Gen.G.
Whew. Vision Esports came to play. This has been a very, very close map, especially against one of the considered best teams in EMEA. Vision Esports, they're kind of down for the count right now, Jack, but if they win this series, that would be crazy cool for them, and they might actually see themselves out of relegation. Right now, I feel like they're getting like the better end of the stick when Gen.G on the other side, like Nag has to play Mauga in this in close quarters. That means Imo could play like Venture or Ram, something that Imo has been very comfortable with, just wanting to get those close quarter brawls.
They just had all the answers for Mag's Wrecking Ball. And yeah, like you said, now pivoting over to the Mauga. A bit more of a stationary comp, although with the Venture it's going to be bit more in your face, I got a feeling. Slowdive on the Soj too. I think the Sojourn's actually a pretty smart pickup just initially, right? You don't want to come out on the Cassidy because the likelihood of Mag playing ball here is pretty slim. Looks like they're going to go try for a small push though. Using that speed ring to get on top of Imo. Forces their Nemesis form super early. And look at the focus fire. Fully charged beam from Sauna 2 is shredding the health bar of Imo.
But Mag actually has to go behind cover to get some healing. That's still not a pick yet, but very close on Vision Esports.
Wow, good Suzu there, saving Imo's life as Top Dragon ends up going down. Again, fully charged beam. This needs to actually get a kill. Another stomp into the back line. They do eventually get down the tank. But that was just Mag just running at the DPS, just charging off of cooldown, which got buffed actually like a patch or so ago.
Finally, some cleanup coming through here for Gen.G, but the point is still in control of Vision Esports. Taejong getting a little bit more progress, just being able to get the burrow underground and yeah, stalling for a little bit longer. 29% here for Vision Esports as they're able to come back in with a Kitsune Rush, maybe even a sound barrier here from AOY. But Tales of this time, Jack, we're looking at maybe Orbital Ray versus Kitsune Rush here. I will still take the Ray 9 times out of 10.
Well, here comes the rush on the point.
Yeah, and the Ray's not ready yet.
Stomp into the front line. Ray 10% away. 5-man sound barrier, though, from Crispy. AOY's down, and now Crispy can just turn his attention to the high ground. Slowdive booped off the map. As the Crispy I know, and Gen.G, okay, they get the rush out of vision, but they do trade for a sound barrier. But I think the big thing here is going to be this wall from Sauna. You pop this wall down, you can extend these fights for so long that this sound barrier from AOY, they have to get kills off of it instantly. Otherwise, Gen.G are just going to run them out of town with this orbital ray to follow up with that wall.
I mean, the wall's even going to be good just to answer something like the tectonic shock or even this overclock from slow dive. So not only is it going to be good for a defensive capability here, but against both of these DPS ults, they don't even need to pop the wall yet because Lijiang can't find a target.
They're going to use the ray. There's the sound barrier. And the cage too, just throwing everything in. This ray, not enough to heal Mag though by the looks of it. And here comes the tectonic shock. Everybody's trapped in a shocking cage, if you will. As an easy fight for Gen.G, and they save their wall too. Vision Esports, they've got a single ult to their name for what is the last fight, but Gen.G have the perfect counter.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy overclock to weave past this wall, and that's why maybe we see Vision Esports attempt to just, you know, draw them closer. Force them to use the wall, maybe start to push back with it, but look at this. Oh, look at this wraparound the top dragon's trying to get here to the back line. Simple, very vulnerable.
Stomp in. Slow dive does get Suzu there briefly. However, that wall's going to come in. It's going to be such a nuisance to play around, and Top Dragon's AoE damage here is just immense. And then Sauna's also just juggling this wall. Good luck staying alive here if you're Taejong. Does end up getting booped off, but Top Dragon still has CDs. Taejong's the perfect focus fire here for Gen.G, but AOY comes back on the Kiriko, TPing forward, Suzuing the front line to keep them in this fight.
Oh, but it is going to be Imo quick to fall. Taejong equalizing, but nobody touches.
Oh, the retouch there was so tough. Imo went down there to start us off, and then, yeah, the DPS kind of juggling in and out. A lot of boops as well, mind you, with the
I know,
with the
but
Lucio
there were
and
three people alive.
I know.
Everybody
Tough
taking
fight
a
to win.
1v1. The odds of that are so low, and then you still, that's so unfortunate.
It always does feel bad when you have a few people who's like, no, surely we can win. Just someone more, someone tough.
Oh,
Tough stuff. But hey,
sad.
Look, Vision Esports, they take Gen.G all the way to 3 rounds on control. And this is the team that does play scrappy. They will take teams, no matter who you are, 2 map 5, 2 map 4. And potentially, you know, if the stars align, they take the series. They don't save themselves from the relegation point, but it looks a lot better for them going into next week.
It does. And there was so many bright moments here for Vision Esports. I still think we could extend this to a 5-map series if the hero bans and the maps go just right for them. I love some of these new looks as well. I think being able to see Taejong on the Venture paired so nicely with just the aggression that we're seeing and the confidence from Imo. Imo maybe a little bit timid in those first couple of I guess the last weekend, I would say maybe just a little bit more timid versus some of these other teams. But like this feels like a return back to form in that first week where Vision Esports were able to get that win.
I really like this Venture as well. The Venture in these comps is really annoying to deal with. So look at the stats from that last map. Yeah, I mean, look at the damage. Pretty similar in terms of damage there. Healing on the side of Vision Esports just immense. 22.7k. Obviously, being on the losing end, you expect to be healing more, but that's a lot of healing compared to Gen.G. All right. I mean, Vision Esports, they get their map choice, they get their ban too. This is going to at least 4 maps. I mean, surely.
Well, I mean, if with this next map pick, maybe Vision Esports does take us to Blizzard World or Havana, anything where we get a chance to see a Simple and One as the backline, just Zenbap, please. More Zenbap, Zen Ana, something. That's been so special and such a treat to come out of this team.
They did end up winning the last series that they did play against Peps. They did end up winning control. That was Samoa. It again went to all 3 rounds. No real shocker there. They ended up winning a map against Ultimates too, and that was Havana of all places. So it's actually going to be a Blizzard World pick. Okay, so we're not going to an Escort. Perfectly predicted there, Rose. As we see Vision Esports, when they do go to these slower, like longer rangey maps, they're going to have Zen in. They're going to have Simple on Zen, who absolutely dominate.
Yeah, no Tracer can stand up to this Zenyatta. I know that's something that a lot of Zenyatas, they have to grind for. You gotta have the volleys frame perfect to actually hit these Tracers as they're blinking. But like Tracer and Gen.G are kind of the two biggest nuisances for something like a Zen. Yes, you can kick them away now, but I still feel like the Tracer's gonna come back there. You're stationary. Who's actually gonna come back and support you? The Zen has to be able to survive by itself. And so, as we always see, one coming in for AOY to be able to play something like that Zenyatta. I'm so excited, Jaws.
Yeah, main support out for a flex support as one will be, well, I'd imagine Juno, Ana kind of dealio. And then, yeah, on the Zen, they've played against the Mauga comps and it does end up working. The Mauga ends up just getting shredded in the front line, not like muscly jacked. I mean, by the opposite, the guy's getting a bit leaner. A lot of his muscle mass being flung off his body as the orbs do hit. And at the end of the day, if you can't play fast, which, to be fair, to Gen.G's credit, they can and they will, you do end up just losing out to the Zen comp. And this is also what we see.
So
we always see the Lucio being banned here for Vision Esports because they know if you play Lucio, you're going to run over the Zen. It's just to kind of not only protect the Zen ban, but also protect the Zen in the server as well. It looks like Gen.G going to ban the Sigma, so the Zen's going to be a little bit more fragile. So a smart ban coming from Gen.G's side.
Very, very smart. I think just it kind of forces you to maybe have to run something like the Hazard if you're Vision Esports, or maybe IMO actually gets a chance to play D.Va. D.Va actually not horrible because you can go back and you can peel for the Zenyatta and that more static backline just a little bit easier. So if you do see some divey things coming in from Gen.G on the Wrecking Ball or whatnot, then it's not so bad. But I like the bans. I think they're both very smart on both sides. And then I'm just very excited to see Vision Esports on their best map again.
Before we jump into the map, we're just getting Simple and everybody loaded up into the lobby. And one, obviously, who's coming in for Vision Esports. A quick look at the next season's trailer. It's Tuesday, by the way. It's not long. So we'll have a quick look at that before we get into this map. All right, we're back. Blizzard World on your screens right now. And we are seeing... Hello Zen. Oh yeah, Mythic skin obviously coming out on the 15th, so that's going to be pretty damn exciting. Second map, Gen.G versus Vision. This is Vision's home turf, Rose. They want to play Zen, they want to play the slow backline, and they just want to have Simple dominate.
When we got a chance to talk to IMO in their winning interview, he was saying that like this is their best map. This is one that they've been winning scrims the most on, and so this is certainly a confidence pick. If they can't win here, I think that tells us how the series is probably going to end with Gen.G as a victor. But I'm really, really excited to see Vision Esports come out on this one. They are going to be on the attack first, so who knows what we're going to see here. It looks like they might be just having a little bit of fun in spawn before they lock into what they actually are going to run. But it doesn't really surprise me too much to see maybe we do see, whoa, Alari Ana on the attack. I love that.
Alari, okay. Interesting, right. So the Alari against the D.Va, very frustrating to actually get your ultimate off against a good D.Va. The sun it does move. It moves at a snail's pace, it feels like sometimes, and the hitbox is quite large. The Torbjorn too, so Vision Esports, yeah, not playing them with the Zen, a more static comp still though with the Alari. The Alari can supplement so much damage, aiding kind of killing the turret, and even shooting mag down as well. Very easy to headshot, obviously. Not Alari, I meant the D.Va, but apparently for Top Dragon it's very easy to shoot the Alari in the head. It looks like Vision Esports are going to quickly reset here. But the idea with the Alari is that it, again, doesn't put on the same amount of pressure as the Zen, but it still provides a lot of upfront damage on the D.Va, forcing her to use the Matrix.
It does, and I think something else when you take a look at Simple being able to come in with the Alari too, we already know the mechanical skill that this player has after seeing all of that Zenyatta play, and so, okay, whatever, slow speeds on the Captive Sun, I don't think it really matters. I think at this point you're hoping that you're just able to make steady progress, and IMO's actually going to switch over to the Ramatra, and now you do have a shield to play around.
Oh, good TP. Good outburst though from Simple. Yeah, actually moving up here is going to be quite tough. You just want to sit on an off angle and wait for a pick, and you have the ability to do that. You headshot someone with the Alari, you follow it up with the railgun, and the rest is history. Unfortunately, Taejong is in the history books now as Mag runs him over with a nano boost on the Diva, and now the Arnis alone. Good little sleep there, and a health pack pick up as well by 1, but that just might prolong the death. Yeah, it does.
Oof. Okay, gotta go all the way back now to spawn. At least, like, Top Dragon is one person that you've gotten out of the fight, but coming back with an ultimate, and everybody else on Gen.G is able to prolong the fight too with something like Diva Bomb from Mag. Crispy's gonna have the rally. Like, it's still slow going here for Vision Esports. They gotta break this open with the Nano or the Captive Sun, and Simple's going for it.
Oh, no ET either. Not quite in time with Mag there. Kanale ends up getting Sunstruck, exploding. No additional damage though, no additional kills. A self-destruct through the wall, and that's a kill onto Slowdive. This wall from Sauna is just working out so well for them, but a nano boost punching through Crispy's shield, and that is a rally missing now for Gen.G. A desperation rally for Crispy, low HP. That's a mistake. That's best left avoided. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go, but Vision Esports still need to clean up these stragglers.
Oh, I wonder if you just pop the Annihilation here. I mean, get rid of Top Dragon first. At least you can get topped up by your own supports. And now you have the Annihilation to actually finish off this point. Tana's back here on the Symmetra, the Sombra, sorry, to like actually get a touch.
Yeah, they tried to go for the little virus there onto the Ana, but ended up missing, so had to go for it again. Mag does go down to the turret of all things, and that will be the point capped by Vision.
Right in time. No sweat. Got the payload unlocked, and they actually get a chance to set up on Pylon Terrace. But it did take them a lot of time to do that, and a lot of resources. We're looking at the overclock from Slowdive, and still IMO able to hang on to this Annihilation for the next couple of moments, but it's tough to lock down a target with this Annihilation. At this point, you're kind of looking at trying to walk back onto the backline. You've got like Sauna, Top Dragon, Kanale's really good targets, but you still have good speed.
Now thought maybe you got the kill there. It is, yeah, especially since you banned the Diva too. Just denying space pretty much. Speaking of denying space, the best way to do that is just by killing people. That's a double shot onto Top Dragon. Oh, good sleep from downtown. Nade follow up. No nades, and Slowdive gets healed. That pylon coming in clutch there for Simple, and actually Simple, Captive Sun over the high ground, connects with one, sleep dodged, and a kill onto Sauna and high ground control for Simple, but has to quickly save his backline with one dying. Still got the Alari alive and well, but without that tank, now Simple can just reign free.
Great stuff here. I mean, these Captive Suns have been beautiful. Like, making Alari look like the best pick in the meta at the moment. We're already approaching the final destination, and this is where the Annihilation can be super big. Someone's got to step up to the plate.
I didn't even need it.
Yeah,
They're just going to run through Sauna. Sauna got just destroyed. Molten cores from both sides as well, looking like a weirdly coloured pizza on that payload.
Hammer kill? No, no one's going to walk up to that. Just having a little fun at this point. Already able to take some space though in the front. Taejars can set up this turret if you do want to see a little bit of a cheeky flank come through from Gen.G, but it's really front to back damage at this point. Oh, Nano Simple, do it.
No, it's not happening. It's,
No.
it feels really nice, but just, yeah, you might as well run another round at this point.
Oh.
I know, I want it too, but it's just not happening.
All right, or Nano Slowdive, I think. Slowdive could also be a good Nano target.
Yeah, I mean, he's always got Railgun. The OC, 10% away. They're just going to do it on IMO's finally using that Annihilation, and he's just getting owned by the turrets. Absolutely melted by the Orbital Ray and turret combo. Unfortunate. Yeah, Nano just didn't exist there, pretty much. It's like you didn't even have it.
I mean, gotta have an answer.
I'd take that trade, though.
Yeah, I think you're okay with that. Well, if you're Gen.G, I think you're actually very okay with that because you got two big ultimates out of Vision Esports. IMO's actually going to switch over to the Zarya now to see if maybe you're able to get enough charge from these bubbles to just melt through the team yourself. Let's find out.
Especially good against the Diva, of course, but staying alive might be a little tough. Yeah, and there it is, straight into the Matrix. Still, though, actually get a kill onto Crispy, who was just using the shift in the skies, but the nano boost on the Diva, yeah, that's it. I mean, nano boost and the wall, too, so even if Gen.G wanted to fight back, or Vision Esports wanted to fight back, they couldn't.
Yeah, back to the drawing board again. Okay, we come in with Slowdive's overclock at this point. Maybe you get the Molten Core up, but Gen.G right now have a pretty firm grasp on things on the defense, and you've got a minute and 10 seconds left here if Vision Esports want to crack through this.
Wow. Delay after delay here for Vision Esports. And Molten Core used too by Top Dragon, just holding off the front line for like good 15 seconds or so. Now they're gonna have to finally regroup, and Taejong's on the side, and Taejong's dead. Slowdive is trying to get the kill onto Top Dragon, lands a couple of body shots there, but Top Dragon's just hiding himself behind the pillar. Oh, eventually taken out. Imo needs to stay alive though. This frontline duel is gonna be quite bad as soon as that Zarya loses that shield. But it looks like they're staying in this fight, but this flank from Crispy, yeah, over eager. Him and Sauna trying to get a sneaky kill on the backline, but a quick 180 from Vision Esports will quickly dispatch with him.
Yeah, now it's just follow up here onto Kanale and Mag. Get a chance to get this payload moving, and Slowdive gets to step up to the spawn room doors, see if a charged railgun shot is going to help Vision Esports to finally get this payload over the line. But it's an overtime here. Perfect ults to do that though. You've got Molten Core, you're gonna have a grab as well if Imo can stay alive and charge, plus the Nano to just top that up. I think Vision Esports are set up for success here as long as they don't get got by something like the Steva bomb.
Imo's high energy as well. This Nano is going to be so deadly on Imo. The Molten Core denying a little bit of space, but look at the focus fire there. Just straight onto Mag. They have to nano him too. A later nano here and a Ray could be all Vision Esports really need, as Mag's only able to push people away from that point. And the nano boost applied, but Taejong ends up going down and Mag eats the grab. What more can you ask for from a diva there?
That was a heavy lift performance there from Mag. Like, it really did feel like, okay, Vision Esports, you got the Molten Core to lay on the point. Who's actually going to step up there? Then the Nano is great to be able to save Mag, but you would imagine there's so much focus fire with Imo, with the Nano, with the charge and everything, that like that should have been it. But grab missing there is critical, and Gen.G able to stop them right before you finish this map gives you a clear win condition.
And Mag on the diva. Yeah, you saw it again. You saw the game plan there. Nano boost onto Mag. And Mag was not able to get kills, pushed Taejong away on the tour, but that was it. Then the rush came through, separated Gen.G, separated Vision. Imo was on the point, got nanoed, was like not looking at Mag, of course. Mag's in the back, my backline, surely. Tries to go for grab. Mag's already on top of him. Even though you are nanoed, like you just get absolutely demolished if 5 people are looking at you. And yeah, that's it. Good defense from Gen.G, and you kind of set that fight up with Vision Esports have the tools required to find the win. But Gen.G with a really nice play from Mag ends up securing the round. Vision Esports though, bros, we're going on to the next round. No more Alari, straight onto the Zenana.
Woo! This is what we came here for. The Zen on a backline for Vision Esports getting set up on the defense, and you're able to round that out with the Sojourn, Torb, and Ram. Obviously, this looks a little different if the Sigma is not banned, but we'll take it. Ram still gives you a shield, and Vision Esports still have cracked shots in Simple, Slowdive, and just the rest of the team. So really going to be on Gen.G, Mag trying to get access to this backline with something like the Sauna Sombra. That is one way that you can nuke a Zenyatta.
All right, trying to get the quick invis again. In just a moment, that diva's going to fly it. What a nade from Kanale. That was just insane. Gen.G. That's it. That's team kill. And that should be point. I mean, maybe there's a chance to touch without the Lucio and the Torb getting kind of staggered. Yeah, that's first point for sure. What a nade from Kanale. That was spot on. Dead art, like bullseye on target.
Yeah, it's the nade, and then you saw the virus come through from the Sombra as well, and the quick follow-up from Sana and Top Dragon. And Zen got deleted. Simple's actually just like, screw that. We're not putting the Zenyatta into those conditions. Let's go Brig. That is not a good sign, Jaws. I feel like when you see the confidence from Vision Esports, it's always been with the Zen on a backline, and now the whole team is like, this Sombra's a problem. Diva for Imo and the Brig for Simple. So they're really going like different dive flavor here.
It's definitely... Ooh, nice railgun shot there. Surprised Top Dragon Slow Dive had an angle on Top Dragon, but with this little perch, it's pretty much got a full eye of the battlefield. Yeah, it's definitely the different look than what we're used to seeing, but being proactive with it is nice. Not trying to force the Zen, like forcing the Zen and just getting rolled over and over again. Like, it's going to work at some point. Like, it's just not it. Nano boost onto Top Dragon. No blade, but no blade required. As it's a pretty easy team fight now. I mean, with Simple going down that early, what defenses do you have for your honor? A good railgun shot, though, does put an end to the spree. However, Gen.G just still getting the payload going, and they're even getting IMO with the D-Mech. This is going from bad to worse for Vision.
Jeez, these viruses have been on point from Sana as well. Like, just yeeting that projectile through, you're able to clean up the supports. If you aren't able to finish them off directly, the virus does that over time, or you just force them out of a position where they can't actually heal the team. And another team fight win. A checkpoint unlocked for Gen.G, and 5 minutes and 20 seconds heading into the third point. Still holding on to EMP. This has been an absolute knockout here from Gen.G on the attack.
Think about how many fights they need to take. They have Rush, they have EMP, they take the first fight always happens on this corner. So you EMP frontline, you demolish IMO, and then you kind of run it home. Or just get a pick neutral onto Taejong, and now the front line has got so little damage, you're hoping Slow Dive gets a giant railgun. Well, might be able to do it now.
Overclock.
Railgun comes in, but it's going to get matched with the Rush, so Slow Dive has to play on this off angle and can't really shoot anybody. A body shot onto Top Dragon is good, but not good enough for a kill. Oh, good EMP. Look at that melt. Look at that melt. Oh my goodness. It's like an ice cream in Nevada. Like, that stuff on the pavement? Yeah, good luck. Good luck keeping that cold. Mag does end up going down, though, to Taejong. One of the best pick they could have hoped for there is that EMP. It was enough to at least secure the kill on the D.Va mech, but not much else, sadly. That flipped the opposite way completely.
It's okay. Top Dragon here still has the blade. You've got the nano for that as well. And this rally just has to be everything and then some to be able to deal with that. Mag is going to be on the Zarya as well, so another switch here, but let's see this nano blade.
Nano blade. Oh, what a bash. 2 HP. Oh, ends up getting naded though by Kinel. Healed all the way up, but that's it. Okay, nano blade over. Little stun bash there from Simple, and you can't really stay too long there if you're Top Dragon, not with that overhealth building on the team.
Yeah, that was a perfect response here from Simple. They get a chance to come up to the defense plate again, but with what? This is going to be just a raw fight from both of these teams. No ultimates on the table.
Almost 100 energy too from Mag, just permanently bubbling Top Dragon. Simple going very aggro there on the sidelines. You can see the flail just kind of being flung out every now and then. Defensive bubble from Mag, another one. No more bubbles though. That'll be the call, and you can see Slow Dive trying to punish the Zarya, and punish they do.
Great defense from Vision Esports so far. That was 5 minutes and 20 seconds for Gen.G to enter into this final point, and Vision Esports have already gotten 2 minutes off of that time bank. IMO is going to switch over to the Ramutra now, and Mag is still on Zarya. So a little bit of a better matchup, I think, here for the Ram. You're not just going to get absolutely shredded by that Zarya, since you can't actually use that defense matrix to eat up that beam damage. But we're starting to work up to ultimates now. Slow Dive with the overclock, one with a nano. There should be another fight win here for Vision Esports if they can play their cards right.
They can get a pick here. Looks like they're trying to just force Mag to use bubbles with those vortexes. But yeah, just with the firepower is from the Ram, it's just not happening. But Crispy's just caught out completely, trying to help Top Dragon on the flank. That's fight done. You can't go. You cannot stay here. You just die. Go again. 2 minutes to go. 3 minutes off the clock. Vision Esports with an insane defense. But now they've got to be worried. Grav, wall, blade, nano blade potentially as well.
Yeah, but look at what they have to respond to that. They still held on to the nano and the overclock. So now they get to do that, plus the molten core, the rally. Simple was so good with that to be able to deal with the nano blade when that was online. So I have high hopes for this fight here for Vision Esports.
And only using 1-0. That would have been good. They end up using 2. But they still have the rally. That's the most important. That is the pivotal ult here in this match. Crispy way back in the back line. Yeah, don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, the rally's so good. Look at the response it can be for something like the Nano Blade again, or even the Grav. Gen.G have a lot of possibilities here because they do have 5 ultimates, but they gotta overwhelm now. There's a minute and 15 seconds left, and there could still be another defensive fight for Vision Esports if they lose this one.
Oh, their war's going to get used first, trying to split Vision Esports. But Kanale already goes down. Annihilation is going to get ripped as well. A rally from Crispy to stay alive, but this Annihilation is getting kind of owned by the little turrets there, but Imo's going to be able to stay alive. And this is just going to keep on ticking. That was an insanely long Annihilation. And Gen.G burned 2 ults, and Vision Esports still have the rally. 50% towards another Nano Boost 2 is going to be another saving grace for them. And you're right, 2 fights are required here by Gen.G.
40 seconds left to go, and that's not looking very good for them. They're gonna put their eggs into this Venture Kiriko basket now as they take a look at another fight. Grav, Nano Blade. They've got to get something done with these Jaws.
Well, there's the Nano Blade, and Slowdown's already dead. Oh, you have to look around, Simple. Try to 180 there and bash away, but it wasn't to be. Good sleep, but it's actually enough. And nade does end up connecting, but look at the positioning of Tedge on 1 right now. They were so split from the team, too scared of the Nano Blade, and I would be too. 10 seconds to go for Gen.G, and they still have a Grav, but that's it. And they have to fight through this Molten Core and rally.
And maybe even a Nano. One is going to be building up to that so quickly because of that Bio Grenade damage in that last fight. And so maybe Vision Esports still have their wits about them to be able to deal with this defense, but watch out for Top Dragon. He is going on a flank there with the Tracer.
Oh my god. Grabbed on Surge is going to get launched in. The nade on top as well. Simple's going to get focused. What a perfect focus fire. And again, Kanale comes up big. He delivers time and time again with the nades. A Nano Boost onto the Torb. Not something you see every day, but times are desperate right now for Vision Esports. The right clicks, they're going to hurt. And Tetron kills Mag, of all things. Kanale, Top Dragon are alive. And Sauna is being kept alive in the back line as well. And Gen.G are gonna cap a 2-0 in this series, but Vision Esports pushed them to the very brink.
That was so close. Vision Esports, that was a crazy defense. 5 minutes and 20 seconds for Gen.G heading into that final point, and they shaved off every single second. That was an overtime finish, a photo finish. That was an impressive map, and if Vision Esports can keep putting in the fight like that, Jaws, I wonder if we could still see a map 5 in this series.
Hey, the Nano Torb almost worked there at the end. They took down Mag, of all people, took down Saria. Hey, if a map 5 isn't on the cards, if a map 4 is not on the cards, you still got to say this is going to be a close series. The score right now does not really show how close this series has been. And even if it's a 3-0, the same can be said. A very, very last minute rushed push from Gen.G as Vision Esports find the little cracks in the armor. They push Gen.G to their limit and have very, very good forward thinking too, pacing out their ultimates. They're not panicking. They're not throwing things in. They're not throwing okay, we have to double commit here. We have to triple commit to secure this fight. Very paced. Seems like a very, very drilled team.
Yeah.
It's going to be their map pick again, Rose. No hybrid available to choose and no Suravasa either, since they are both in the same pool.
I think you could go to Havana, though. I still think that this is a composition that can work on Havana. Vision Esports have put on phenomenal performances on that map as well. And just another feather in the cap that you were laying out there, Jack. I think what's been most impressive about Vision Esports as well is that Gen.G, this is a team that has an incredibly smart coach on top of it as well. They came with the game plans, the whole book. They were prepared for that Zenyatta, and Vision Esports still brought out the fight. They had the right answer at the right moment, and that's so impressive to know we're getting countered right now, and we can still maybe beat you on this map. That was so close.
Very, very close. Now, where do they head to with the band? I think it will be Havana, honestly. Gen.G going on to Havana, I think they don't really have an obstacle in their way for banning the Zen, because if they do want to continue running the 1 and simple backline, if they go to Havana, which is probably what they're going to do, they can't ban Lucio again. So the issue now becomes, do we try and ban a support to try and protect, or do we go, okay, that's fine, we'll ban something else that's more problematic, maybe even the Ana, to be honest. Kanale kind of popped off there. Or do we ban something like a DPS or whatever, and then we go, okay, that's fine because we can just play simple on the Alari instead. I think Havana would be the best choice. I'm 100% agree with you there, Rose. Although Dorado also really good. I think any kind of escort map for them will do wonders.
I still think Havana is just a little bit better because when you take a look at Blizzard World, they had banned out the Sigma on the Gen.G side.
Right.
So now they can't do that either. So we are going to go to Havana, and let's think about the bans here because I think you're right. Like the fact that we have the Sigma back on the board, you could ban the Ana, but I do think that if you're Vision Esports, that does hurt your team also. But you could still protect ban Kiriko if you want to, or you could ban out a tank but I don't know. I think you still protect ban so that you have your whole support lineup available to you.
I think maybe you ban Juno if you're Vision Esports, then you protect your support. You can run the Zen, you can run the Alara if you want to. They can't ban Sigma, so what a Gen.G ban? Can't ban a support either.
And Diva?
You ban Diva, or you could.
Ram?
Well, I don't know if you ban Diva, since I think Vision would probably run the Sigma. I think you maybe ban an Ashe from.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
You're so
Gen.G
good.
did ban the Ashe, but Vision are going to ban Ball. Okay. Again, don't mind this either, because you can play Ball on this map. Very doable. And if you just if you just play the annoying Ball on first, you just sit in the little like green building you can see on the splash screen, and you just like repeatedly slam in. That would be maybe a little bit more of a hindrance. And you're, again, like I mentioned before, you're very okay with like either playing the Alari or the Zen, so maybe you don't need to protect ban. So this makes a lot more sense. I think Vision have got the right idea of how they want to play against this. They play Sigma and they match up Gen.G, and then Gen.G bans, slow dives Ashe, who has been kind of a dominant force, especially on maps like Dorado we saw the other week, like dominated with the Ashe. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm also curious if we're going to see a little bit of Widowmaker here too. That is also not been taken off the table.
Yeah, I think like the Ashe getting banned out, sure, but slow dives Cassidy at the start of the series, like the Sojourn has been so clean. And the fact that we're going over to Havana opens up the possibility of seeing Widow because we're on a sniper map. I don't think the Ashe ban really hurts them very much.
Sojourn seems like the best pick, I'd say. Cassidy, I think he's decent on second. I would say the only downside of playing the Cassidy here, there's no Wrecking Ball. So like you don't need the Hindernade. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it is going to be the Soj, and then maybe they just flex to Widow. That would be my guess. And there's not going to be substitutions here. There's no way. Vision are going to stick with this backline. Then you have the flexibility to Alari, or you go to Zen. But I think the call of the day will be Sigma, Zen, BAP, or like Juno or Kiriko or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like as long as the Zen's being played, as long as the Sigma as well, like you're chilling. Very, very interesting ban phase actually from both sides. Of course, Krusty is, I'm sure, been in the war room just like noting as many things possible down, like every kind of like situation possible, like, oh, okay, we know where we want to go, we know if they go here we can do this. Extremely smart coach, has won championships, and we even saw or heard from Crispy Rose the other day, like working under a Korean coach, a champion Korean coach is just, it's just different. It is just different.
I loved that we got a chance to ask Crispy's maybe one of the biggest takeaways that he's actually been able to learn from working with a coach like Krusty. And he said, remember the objective.
Yeah, he's just stay on the point, Crispy.
I know that sounds so like normal or just a thing that you would expect players to have in their mind. But I think at the moment, a lot of top players do focus a lot on getting the eliminations or getting the picks. And then how many times have we seen teams just forget about the objective and oh no, they capped, or oh gosh, we C9'd.
It happens. So's whispering to us, by the way, that okay, we have seen a lot of that, Zoe, I know. Well, don't blame me, blame Rose. First the C9. Rose is the C9 queen, okay?
Right, but we haven't actually seen, I don't think we've seen a proper C9.
Not in a while.
The entirety of the season, actually.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we can call the quote-unquote C9 at the beginning of our day a C9 either.
Nah, it's not. I mean, it's not like they forgot the payload. C9 implies that you forget the payload, not if they just step off or
New
get
year,
chased
new
off.
me. That's all I gotta say.
There it is. Rose.
We got the Sage going.
First thing on that list. New Year's resolution, not to be the caster that causes all the C9s, because you had a monstrous amount last year.
I don't even want to go back and count. Someone else did, I'm sure. Someone can give us the number.
This comp from Gen.G is devious. I like this a lot.
God.
They know Vision Esports are going to play a slow style. So playing up to the spawn doors with Adventure and Sim, yeah, this is exactly how you want to play against this. Don't give the slow comp any space. So playing up to spawn, you get a free additional attack as well. A defend on that point as well. Really nice stuff from Gen.G. Perfectly called.
Such a good, like, anti-Vision Esports composition right here. But Taejar gets to come out on the Pharah. What are actually the ways that Gen.G can deal with that? You're stuck with having the Baptiste from Kanale actually be something that's going to deal with this Pharah in the skies, and that's not a super clear-cut answer, even under the hands of somebody as mechanically skilled as Kanale. I mean, Corsana here, another direct rocket, beautiful stuff. Taejar gonna get them out of the doors.
Toros being a little bit annoying there. But yeah, Taejong just landing direct after direct on the Pharah. Perfect hero to get out of the spawn, to break the spawn holds. Taejong with 3, maybe even make it a... Yeah, that's 4. Where's the last? Unfortunately, Imo stole it. All good. 4 kills, though, for Taejong. 50% towards that barrage as they crack open at the spawn hold. But like I mentioned, Gen.G, they're running Lucio because they ban it, because it's not banned on this map, and they can get back, they can get another free point of defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I mean, this defense can actually come through on this first corner of the map, and you're seeing them already step up in that way. Especially when you got the Symmetra teleporter as well. It makes these pivots so much faster. Mag is going to take a lot of damage, though, and is still getting hit.
Yeah, eventually gets healed up. Just against the Ram in Nemesis form, there's literally nothing you can do apart from run away. The window's going to be pretty decent. Oh, no, only for Kanale. Oh, gets dominated by Slow Dive, though. And Taejong has found the flankers. Unfortunately, unable to save one. Taejong now split from the rest of his squad. And now this Alari's going to be in danger. Yep, no more outburst. Ends up throwing in that Captive Sun, but eaten up by Mag.
Ooh, Mags actually loses his mech here, though. But not before Gen.G are still scrapping this out. Immortality Field is deployed, and that's going to keep Mag alive. He doesn't get the sound barrier, though. Still very vulnerable.
Kanale's on the high ground, though. That window completely ignored. In fact, from both sides, these windows have amplified maybe like 10 damage or so. Imo goes down to a turret of all things.
The sneaky summons, whether it's the Torb or the Symmetra or gosh knows what else. Don't worry though, Simple's on the case. Back over to the Zenyatta after throwing in the Captive Sun in that last fight, and we love to see it. There is no Sombra right now, so this Zen does feel like a very safe pick. You just have to worry about something like the Venture being able to access you back there, and the Tectonic Shock is looking directly in his direction.
Yeah, decent coverage there, and he got a couple of hits. Barrage from Taejong kills the backline, the whole of it. Taken out by Crispy, but his Cheerios were just too late. Was it Vision Esports can stay in this fight? Annihilation, but he's against the wall, and now a self-destruct. Well, if that was the upgraded self-destruct to the perks there, Rose, it would have had a larger AoE on the remake. Maybe that would have killed Imo. 45 seconds, Vision Esports. They win the fight and should cap the points since Mag died last.
Yeah, maybe somebody... I'm thinking about actually going in for the recontest here. Top Dragon does get it because he just burrows underground for the Venture.
Oh, Sauna dead to a boot to the face. All right, simple kills 2. All right, it's over. That is the point.
You were right about them being able to get another recontest, so Jack, it was a very good effort there, but unfortunately having to run into something like the overclock from Slow Dive, it just fed over ultimate charge. We've got Taejong and Imo coming away with big charge from that. Simple's gonna have the Transcendence now, and Gen.G going back to the high ground to see if they can get defense coming through that way.
Oh, goodbye, Simple. Goodbye. Small rotation up to high ground. It's going to be tough now for the Zenyatta to really stick, especially coming through these doors. It is normally just a death sentence. The door might as well have a guillotine as soon as you walk through it, trying to chop you in half.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, it looks like one of those saw traps right this section here.
Actually. The Shin Breaker, man, the Saw films are just fantastic. Fantastic works of art, especially the early ones. All right, Transcendence pop there from Vision Esports. That's how you get through that choke point. A Transcendence will do to win that fight. Okay, and now they can set up on this high ground. They can have this window, and Slow Dive, Simple, and One can just sit behind it and hopefully deny Gen.G space. The worst thing you can do is allow Gen.G to take control, and Taejong just playing this point guard hero, just playing off to the side is going to be a very big nuisance for Gen.G.
Yeah, you can already see some of the flanks trying to go that way as Sana starts to approach Taejong. But Taejong's getting close to this tectonic shock. There isn't really a great way to deny that unless Crispy is able to get the sound barrier up. And it looks like it might outpace this tectonic shock.
Oh, you got to heal him. Oh, had to use the lamp there. That's a bit unfortunate. Down a small slope there. Kind of annoying to angle with the right clicks. Mag does end up going down, so yeah, Vision Esports, they're going to run through this as long as they don't lose anybody else. Although saying that, a sound barrier from Crispy as they just play tiny Overwatch in that small room. Yeah, dominated by the Venture. Top Dragon unleashes the tectonic shock, but it's not going to do much of anything apart from stall.
Got to burrow underground here as Vision Esports still have a tectonic shock of their own.
Holy lamp value there. One just saving the day. Mag trying to get some revenge, gets the nano boost, turns his attention towards Simple now, but Simple manages to get the D-Meg. Self-destruct, charges up the right click. Oh, he kills Mag. Simple is just an absolute beast on the Zen.
God, what a Chad. That was crazy. Such a good pick on the Mag there, and it actually does open up for Vision Esports to hopefully get this checkpoint. It's coming down pretty close though, Jack.
Almost dead. Self-destruct ends up killing Sauna. Taejong comes back. A nice little boop into the sky. Taejong still manages to get the borrow off though. As here comes the Doomfist from Mag, trying to get this final touch. It's a scrappy one, and unfortunately for One, he was the last surviving member of Vision Esports there. True to his namesake. Is Holt, what is that, like a meter or so from that second point as Gen.G managed to hold them.
This is a rare sight. Not super often we actually see a hold at the end of that second point.
Yeah, it's
Havana.
That was like 17 separate like 2v2 1v1s. Like that's so insane. Luckily for Simple, like survived there at the end. How he took down the Nano Diva, I don't know. Just too powerful. And charging up as well, getting the charge up kill, waiting for that Diva to go for the remake. Really nice stuff from Simple. But now you expect the comp to flourish on the defense with Simple coming out on the Zen. I'm assuming that's what they're going to rock with. It's what they've had success with in the past. We'll see if Gen.G want to go again this fast style. Not having the Lucio banned here has been a bit of a detriment for Vision Esports, who banned it on Blizzard World.
Right. It just allows Gen.G to have the speed required to close the distance on a lot of these fights. And if you want to send the Lucio alongside Top Dragon, go for a flank just to try to get to this Ana and Zen, it's so much easier when you do have that speed available to you. I'm worried though about this defense. We saw in Blizzard World how Simple played the Zenyatta at first, and then this Sauna Sombra just absolutely wrecked it. Simple had to switch over to the Brig, and I'm just a little concerned that this could be a repeat of what we already saw when Sauna's gonna lock into the Sombra immediately.
Top Dragon almost got his head ripped off his shoulders. Nice little right click at the door. Also, I will say, I just can't stop thinking about the perks now. Because I'm like, oh, this would be different, you know? Like, oh, the Zen right click's different. Like, oh, the orbs are different. Like, like all these small little things that the perks are going to change. It's kind of, yeah, it's going to be a completely different week next week, put it that way. So, yeah, a lot to see, a lot to be excited for. I never see the manual hack there on the Diva. But yeah, this Sombra, it was annoying for them to deal with on Blizzard World, especially first. Landing that perfect nade into the virus. Oh, Top Dragon got destroyed by Taejong. Jeez. Oh, goodbye, Sombra. Yep, no way.
The Diva's voice,
the voice lines. They literally never get old from Diva, honestly.
So good. So we were saying maybe this Zenyatta is going to struggle a little bit with Sana on the Sombra, because we saw that story play out before on Blizzard World. That was a quick swap from Simple to go over the Brig, but Vision Esports isn't getting got by it this time. They have IMO playing defensive duty here, making sure that there's follow-up onto an Orb of Discord that goes on Asana. It allows them to track this Sombra just a little bit better. That still doesn't mean that the Sombra isn't a problem.
Solo couldn't even react. Hack
Wow.
Virus just instantly killed. Nano Boost. Oh, and almost gets a manual hack on the Diva as well. Sauna does go down. A quick sleep onto Mag, followed up with a quick nade. Stops Mag's advance. Transcendence for Simple still available. Poking around the corner, takes a little bit of damage, but they're going to be able to hold, and they're going to be able to hold on until they are full group of 5 again. Nano Boost actually deployed onto Taejong, and Crispy falls. Oh, surely that's a kill too. Double kill for Taejong, almost make it a triple. Looking for the Sombra. Couldn't quite find it. Little 404 error there, as the Virus does connect, but their orb onto the Gen.G, just permanently keeping Taejong healthy.
Oh, beautiful reaction from IMO as well after Simple was getting targeted by Mag. But we're starting to get to the pinnacle of this fight. Sana getting close to the EMP. Transcendence in response. Maybe a blade here first.
Goodbye, Crispy. Goodbye. Use Boop, use Wall Ride. See you later. Nice deflect. Top Dragon. Okay, Top Dragon with the Tectonic Shock, making this point touch extremely difficult for Vision Esports right now. Self-destruct launched in from Mag to get the reset on the mech, but another crispy nade from Kanale. However, Gen.G, I mean, for Vision Esports, however, they do end up losing the point. Top Dragon and Venture as a whole as well. You have to really focus them down, otherwise they are just going to get resets after resets on their cooldowns, and it is almost impossible to lock them in place.
It was a really good defensive effort, though. And, like, the Transcendence was a good response to the EMP. It was still very, very close until we saw that Tectonic Shock come through from Top Dragon. And Vision Esports hold on to ultimates here for the next defense. So, Bomb, we're gonna have another Nano here from One as well. So that could be a huge thing and key for Vision Esports. And remember that defense that they had on Blizzard World? I'm gonna hold out hope that this could be a defensive hold for them, too, on Havana.
Oh, slow dive super low. Ends up getting pushed off high ground. Actually now decides to unleash the overclock. Sound Barrier comes in, connects with 4. Sauna the only one not getting over health is, I mean, look, if you're slow dive right now, you cannot push into this. You want an angle to get the overclock shots off, but you can't do it. Self-destruct does kill Top Dragon. Good defensive nade, but this is a reset for Gen.G.
Another reset, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Still a couple ultimates to work with. The biggest one, Sana building up to another EMP. The Nano from Kanale can be really useful as well to break through this forward hold that Vision Esports is throwing at them. And also just match the Nano that One has. Oh,
what a nade from Kanale again. Absolutely massive. No follow-up, sadly. Nano boost onto the Gen.G. Taejong chasing Crispy. Doesn't quite get the final Shuriken, but that'll do. That's 1 kill. And a blade now available. They make it even. Backline down now for Vision Esports. No Transcendence to be seen as Mag just runs over the front line at turbo speed. And even a good drill dash as well from Top Dragon. If they can get this mech, that's perfect. A blade is going to try and shore up some of these gaps in the defenses now for Vision Esports, but Taejong just gets booped away and chased away too. Not welcome on the second point. Havana booped in the face. As a minute and 30 seconds now, Gen.G have to play with, and they've got an EMP in 3%.
Ooh, Sana is actually getting targeted, though. I have the feeling that Vision Esports knows that this is coming. So Simple's gonna have to stay out of dodge. Transcendence can come in very clutch here.
Can they actually get the kill, though? That's the question. It does land. Slow dive ends up going down, and Simple was across the map, so no Transcendence was ready available. A supplementary one here at the very end, but once again, IMO gets naded. The Disu could come through at any second because he's not healed up to full. Mag runs down Simple as soon as that Transcendence does end, and now Top Dragon looking at the high ground, but instantly gets slept. A parting shot, though, from the Venture does end One's life, and now no healing available from Vision Esports. It's going to be a tough one. A sound barrier from Crispy connects with 4, and that should be the end of the map. And Gen.G get this series 3-0.
Such a clutch factor from Gen.G, but so much grit from Vision Esports. these maps were close, so much closer than that 3-0 scoreline is
100%.
going to suggest. And Vision Esports, I feel like even if they are looking at having to take one of those potential relegation spots here, they are set up to make it back. I'm not worried about them going into relegation and coming back out of it, being able to be a part of that stage 2. So they look so good, and especially when they're able to play to those individual mechanical skill strengths, team is clean.
Team is clean indeed. Yeah, it's so crazy. Every time they play, it seems like that's what we say in the end. It's like, oh, they were just close.
They gotta win. They gotta win.
They gotta win next
could
time.
have won.
The score doesn't suggest how close it was, but like it's genuinely the truth. Like they are playing to a level that that's what we're seeing from those top teams, right? They just kind of can't take it over the. Like it's just they can't close it out, or they can't sustain the explosiveness. It's just a little bit too streaky.
Yeah, they're playing up to all the teams right now. They look really, really good.
That Blizzard World defense was insane.
Yes, and you look at the first series of today, you're like, okay, well, that was a 3-0, like a El Clasico 3 Overwatch, right? This series, completely the opposite. They could have taken maps here. They could have done. If there was one more play that went in their favor, one more blade kill, one more Sojin hitting a railgun, one more like a sleep dart coming out, one more right click from a Zen. Just these small things from Vision Esports are just getting away from them, but they should be so happy with their performance against Gen.G. I mean, they made it hurt, and they are currently sitting in 7th place. 7th place, and they are playing up to Gen.G, who is 4-1. I agree with you, Rose, completely. When they do go to relegation, if they go there, they will have no problem, as this team right now, making it back in to the regular season.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. Like, unless of course there are some major changes being made to the roster, which I certainly hope are not happening, because that's not the problem. But also, like the regular season, it's a short amount of time really those teams have. So having had pre-existing synergy has helped a lot of teams, obviously preparing for this. And now also meta-wise, it's so up in the air, and it's going to be even more up in the air come next week. So it's difficult for teams, but they are making it so close. They have been looking really, really good. So it's just that last little piece. Gen.G, of course, on top, and a lot of that has to do with individual performances, such as what we've seen from Mag. Just so versatile of a player and so much fun to play. Mag Ball, I stan.
Yeah, this is his year. I've said it since week 1. This is his year. It's happening. Yep. No, Mag looks sick, man. Like, his ball is just so clean. And if you remember Mag, like, or just wrecking balls in general last year, it was like, well, it didn't help that we had Hazard, like, for the majority of the year. But the wrecking balls last year just wasn't really where the meta was kind of leading. But now Mag makes it look like one of the best tank picks right now. Like, yeah, he looks good.
Guys, I think Kanale got robbed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually think that Kanale got robbed in this match.
Maybe they share.
I think you have to give credit to both, because like Kanale's nades were beautiful. Like, I mean, the nades were beautiful. You had a lot of plays getting initiated by some big sleeps, big nades. Kanale got robbed. That's all I gotta say.
But Necro, teamwork makes the dream work, and part of the team is also the coach. So we actually have Krusty joining us via voice. Congratulations on yet another victory. Just another day in the office for you. Vision Esports made it close, though. What are your thoughts on that team? Because right now they're so low in the standings, but they've been playing really well.
Well, I think they have like huge potential players. I think the Lijiang and like Simple is amazing flexibility in Korea. He already proved himself. But to be honest, I'm so mad at us, like, because we are all like fresh, right? So I think they play pretty well, but also we play really bad because it's more like experience. But we have like so many freshmen, so they need to solve the game like during the game goes on, but I think we're a little bit bad at that, so we need to work on it.
Well, okay, things to work on. I mean, okay, Krusty, I'm gonna obviously ask you about like the perks next week. It's such like a huge change to the game. Like, from a coaching perspective, that must be very, very daunting. Like, how are you even gonna grapple with that? Like, how?
Yeah. I'm very excited about like new changes. I mean, there's lots of pros and cons. Like some of the point, the people say that it's like losing the casualty. Like it might be a little bit, like a little bit like complicated. But actually, we need to change, and I'm really happy with this change. I feel like even you play a one hero, like you try to choose different perk, then you can adjust like during the game. I think that's amazing. So I love it.
I think perks are going to be such a fun new layer to the strategic elements that we have in OWCS. And Krusty, I feel like you've had so many big brain plays with map picks and the bans that are coming through. So how much do you feel like the meta might shift to play around the perks versus how much you're going to play just like for heroes, if that makes sense?
I think, to be honest, like we need to see the value, how much like perk is OP. Like if you get like a level 3, how much it makes a value. But if the perk actually makes so much value, then I think the people are gonna play on their hero. So I think the people can really more hype because you can see like how this Reinhardt, like example, like yeah, the people can like see some of the star player like keep play their hero. I think that's actually like the huge change. I think the people will like that more.
If we're looking at your upcoming schedule, you still have to play against Peps as well as the Ultimates. Do you think the perk situation will affect those matches, or?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's like all new, all fresh. So we're really like, I think, a player and coach-based team. So I think, how much we adopt fast, I think that's really important. So we'll try our best. It'll be huge.
We'll be very excited to see what you guys are coming up with. Krusty, once again, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.